Unfortunately, people out of their ignorance, they think that Sunnis and Shias can cooperate.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wallahi, Shi'ism is filth. I'm saying this to you, Shi'ism is filth.
Islamic Society of North America is lovingly called ISNA, and now onwards it will be called ISNA Ashariya. Yesterday we had one of the speakers, Yasir Qadhi, and the news went out that he is anti-Shia, and ISNA has invited an anti-Shia to give a speech here.
Wallahi, Shi'ism is filth. I'm saying this to you, Shi'ism is filth.
But they forgot to see that Yasir Qadhi has converted from that position. It is true that he had an extremist position, but over years, he has recanted that. And that's how ISNA opened its doors to Yasir Qadhi to be part of us. Yasir Qadhi is now a person who promotes a better understanding of Shia and Sunnis. And when he spoke here, it was very manifest, it was very clear that he is a changed man.
Wallahi, Shi'ism is filth. I'm saying this to you, Shi'ism is filth. You read their stuff, they allow prostitution, as you know, it's called mut'ah. You know, they allow lying. They allow so many things that any Muslim is going to reject. Really, they are the most lying sect of Islam. In other words, they are. It is a part of their religion, taqiyya. One of their concepts of the religion is that it is allowed for them to lie. Of their beliefs is that their 12 Imams control the creation. They control the creation. What type of shirk is this? Shirk and rububiyyah. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala controls the creation. And I have read this in Khomeini's book himself. I read it myself, the Arabic version of Khomeini's book, Al-Hukuma Al-Islamiyya. I read this myself. Okay? That of our beliefs is that the 12 Imams, they occupy a station above that of the prophets and messengers and malaika. And our 12 Imams control all of creation. And nothing occurs except with the permission of our 12 Imams. And they do this and they do that. This is pure shirk, pure blasphemy, and this is why Khomeini, in particular, the ulama of our times, pronounced takfir, pronounced kufr on him. This person is not a Muslim, in particular. Sheikh bin Baz, Sheikh Uthaymeen, the Lajna Da'ima, they all pronounce kufr. A person who says these type of statements, that Aisha, and he is also accused Aisha of this, Khomeini, okay? And he accused Abu Bakr and Umar of kufr, and of hypocrisy. Okay, and he accused so many other Sahaba. He accused all of the Sahaba of rejecting the Prophet and rejecting the Quran and Sunnah, and of tampering with the Quran. And he accused the Quran of not being complete. Okay, Khomeini himself. We're not talking about the average Shias here. We're talking about their Imam of our times. So that is why the ulama of our times, they pronounce takfir, that this person, Khomeini, Ayatullah, Ruhullah, he is Ayatul Shaitan, he is not Ayatullah. This person, he is not in the fold of Islam. For his dalala, for his evil that he was calling to. Really, brothers, don't be... Unfortunately, people out of their ignorance, they think that Sunnis and Shias can cooperate. Perhaps an ignorant Shia, you can cooperate a little bit with him and call him to Islam. But the Shias that know their religion, beware of them and avoid them. I am telling you, they are... The ulama of the past have talked about this. The Salaf, Sufyan al-Thawri and others, they said you will not find a group that is more lying than the Shias. You will not find a group that is more filthy in their beliefs than Shias. We're talking about people in the 1st, 2nd century of the Hijrah. They're describing the Shias like this. Imagine in our times, okay? Be aware of the Shias, be cautious of them, know their aqidah, and know that they have one aqidah which they give to the public, and one aqidah which is in their books, okay? The aqidah that they give to the public, well, no, we love Abu Bakr and Umar, and perhaps Ali might be better than them, but we still love them. The aqidah that they have in Khomeini's book, Khomeini says in his book, that when the Mahdi comes, their Mahdi, not our Mahdi, there's 2 Mahdis. We have our Mahdi, the Muslims have their Mahdi, and the Shias have their Mahdi, okay? When the Mahdi comes, he's going to resurrect Abu Bakr and Umar and hang them and whip them. This is what they think Khomeini says in his book. Okay, crucify them. So many things. He's going to crucify them naked, hang them, okay, and whip them, and so many things. Okay, and they even say something like this of Aisha. So these type of people, beware of them, be cautious of them, and realize that these people, they are cursing your mother. The Prophet the Quran says that the wives of the prophets are the mothers of the believers. وَأَزْوَاجُهُ أُمَّهَاتُهُم. Anyone who knows the basic Arabic can understand it. أَزْوَاجُهُ, his wives, أُمَّهَاتُهُم, are your mothers. Okay, or are the mothers of the believers. So the Prophet's wives, all of them, they are our mothers. A person comes to you and accuses your mother of zina. Are you going to love this guy? Are you going to even stand next to him in prayer? If a person accuses your mother of zina, of going out and fornicating with another guy, are you going to love this guy and cooperate with him? This is what the Shia has believed, okay? Really, I get emotional with regard to the Shia, and any Muslim should, wallahi. Any Muslim that knows their belief, he should have pure anger and hatred for this.
Some schools in Islam say that the Sahaba are righteous people, good people. They're the best generation after the Prophets. And they love the Sahaba, and they consider it as a part of their religion to love the Sahaba. We understand other groups disagree, and they say that the Sahaba disobeyed, or they did this, or they did that, and they consider it a part of their religion to believe that many of the Sahaba, most of them, many of them, they went astray and they did not obey the Prophet ﷺ.
And that's how ISNA opened its doors to Yasir Qadhi to be part of us.
Believe what you want to believe. Argue what you want to argue, but allow the freedom of somebody else to believe as they want to believe.
And that's how ISNA opened its doors to Yasir Qadhi to be part of us.
And brothers and sisters, let me be very explicit here. I myself have learned from my mistakes. 2 decades ago, I as well gave inflammatory lectures and speeches. I said things that still haunt me to this day. It was a younger version. I can excuse myself that I was 20, 21 years old, but it doesn't change the fact I made mistakes, and I smeared, and I used inflammatory language that I myself now regret, and I wish I could take back.
And that's how ISNA opened its doors to Yasir Qadhi to be part of us.
Yes. Preach what you want to preach, but do not preach a hatred.
And that's how ISNA opened its doors to Yasir Qadhi to be part of us.
Brothers and sisters, these differences have been with the Ummah for 1,000, 1,200, 1,400 years. Do you think that our hatred together will eliminate this? No. We're going to have this. Let's be pragmatic. Let's be realistic. These schisms, these sects will remain, no matter what we want. So let's try to do something that we all agree to, and that is to make the world a better place. Let Allah be the judge. Let Allah be the judge.
And when he spoke here, it was very manifest. It was very clear that he is a changed man. And that's how ISNA opened its doors to Yasir Qadhi to be part of us.
يريد أن يفصلكم عن علمائكم. نعم، فلا تقبلوا من هذا الكلام.